What's up, guys? It's your boy Darkskin, and today we're going to be talking about, are we getting DERIERI next or soon, or whatever the case may be. And the reason why I say that is, if you guys don't know, apparently with this next, the newest update with Attack on Titan, we got a lot of different stuff going into the game and stuff like that. One of those being Final Boss Meliodas, Elizabeth information, or whatever the case may be. Now, if you guys don't know, DERIERI released, well, Final Boss Meliodas and Elizabeth were out for a week, and that second week, because you know the Final Boss is out for 2 weeks, that second week DERIERI released, and with DERIERI releasing, it basically completely flipped Final Boss Meliodas and Elizabeth. And what I mean by that is, we actually got double rewards, right? We got double rewards because everybody did Final Boss Meliodas, and then DERIERI came out, and then all the scores doubled. If you look at my score right now, right, I have 1600, which was a moderately good score before DERIERI came out, right? I'm pretty sure I was top 10, top 5%. DERIERI came out, and I dropped immediately to top 20%. It was actually crazy. If you look at every single team is 4300, etc. So yeah, needless to say, DERIERI shifted the entire meta of the game, let alone Final Boss Meliodas. So the question is, are we getting are we getting DERIERI, Final Boss Meliodas, all of these things? Now on JP, DERIERI was a double banner, so I think it's safe to say, if she does come to global, we will be getting a double banner. Now, going over her, she's a red unit. Well, there's two of them, so we'll go with both. 240% attack to one enemy, 360, 600%. If you guys don't know, this is the highest percent multiplier you can have on an attack card. This is the highest percents you can have in the game on an attack card. Her second card, which is the same boost that SR Aaron has. Basic stats increased by 20% for 2 turns. Then basic stats increased by 30% for 2 turns. Also giving evasion just to herself. Then her rank 3 is increased basic stats by 50% for 3 turns. Give evasion for 1 turn. So very, very good unit. But it doesn't stop there. Moving on to her ultimate, inflicts amplified damage equal to 630% to one enemy. Obviously, her max is 945, which is the highest single target. No, it's not the highest single target, because Escanor are different. Anyways, I'm pretty sure she's one of the only units in the game with Amplify on her ult. If you guys don't know what Amplify does, increases 30% damage per buff, which becomes ridiculous once you go to her passive. Increases attack by 10% when the hero uses a skill. The buff goes away when no skills are used, limited to 10 times. So she can get 10 buffs off her passive, because each of those are 10 individual buffs. On top of basic stats, giving her 3 buffs, so that's 13. And then evasion being a 4th buff, so that's 14. So she can get up to 14 buffs on herself. On top of amplify on her ult. Dog, I've seen this unit hit for 8 million. That's Dokkan numbers. That's Dokkan damage. 8 million. There's no boss that has that HP like that. Well, Final Boss Diane has a lot of HP, but that's because of how she works. But anyways, needless to say, she's going to be nuking literally anything she touches. The thing about her is she works at 1/6. So it's not even a matter of getting dupes. Obviously with dupes she hits harder, but her how she works at 1/6. So she becomes very, very overly broken. This is why a lot of people don't talk about Jericho anymore when it comes to JP or comes to nuking, because DERIERI literally just solos anything that you have to do. She just solos everything. So there is that. Now, if you guys don't know about the Guild Boss on Global right now, one of the main reasons why the Guild Boss is out, does what it does, is because they wanted to kind of counter, just hyper buffing your units freezing the boss and then nuking the boss like that. So that's why they changed it up, and that's why Jericho is not the best unit for it really anymore. But I mean, even still with DERIERI, it just doesn't matter. Like, DERIERI just does too much damage. She just completely slaps the raid. So yeah, very, very good. Now there's always two commandments. There's the banner one and then the coin shop one. Unfortunately, this is the banner one. This is the coin shop one. But one of the good things about DERIERI is the coin shop one is not that bad. A lot of people actually use her in top tier PvP, or they did. They don't really use her right now anymore. She's not really meta anymore. But for a good while, she was meta. First card, 120 attack depletes ult gauge by 1, 300 attack depletes ult gauge by 1, 450% of attack depletes ult gauge by 3. Same attack card as Merlin and Helbram. Moving on to our second card, 150 AoE, and then rank 2 it's 180 AoE, fills ult gauge by 1, and then 300% AoE fills ult gauge by 2. Granted, she's not able to buff herself, so the amplified doesn't, you know, activate, but like she already has a high percent, so it's perfectly fine. Her passive, ultimate move gauge, will not be filled when enemies move skills. So you can only get ultimate move gauge from fusions and from using cards. You can't do it whenever you move cards. So kind of like Zeldra's passive, if you will. Moving on to her commandment, which is for both of them, decreases the damage dealt by ranged attacks of allies and enemies in PvP by 35%. Now, this is super good because one of the main teams are Pin Team, which almost everyone in Pin Team has. This is a ranged ability. You see this arrow or bow and arrow? This signifies a ranged attack, right? This is a ranged attack, but it doesn't do damage immediately. It's a debuff, so it doesn't matter. If you go to Lilia has the same thing. This is a ranged attack. If you go to someone like Helbram, it's the same thing. All of these are ranged attacks. Now, if you go to Escanor, right? Let's go to Escanor. This card right here is a ranged attack, but this card is a melee attack. So basically, if you run up and hit them, it's a melee attack. If you don't, it's a ranged attack. But basically, anybody that uses ranged attacks will get their you know, damage decreased by 35% in PvP. So it's obvious to say all of her abilities are melee attacks. So it doesn't work on her, obviously. Her ultimate everything is melee, excuse me. So yeah, this comes out, and this is just to decrease a lot of the damage that is because at the time of her release, the meta was Pin Team. So obviously this was basically a direct counter to Pin Team. She can fill her ult gauge. She can deplete the enemy ult gauge. Cool. Got it. But yeah, so yeah, her commandment is basically a direct counter to, you know, like obviously this character was made for PvP, and then this character right here was made for PvE. Granted, Red DERIERI can be used in PvP. Like, make no mistake, mono red. Honestly, literally, if you get evasion, dog, you can't do anything. I don't know if y'all seen any of my earlier on JP videos once Global released, but after Global released, anytime I went on JP to do PvP, bro, there was a Red DERIERI in the 4th slot. She comes out, she 1v3s. Like, I'm telling you, evasion, if she gets evasion one time, bro, it's over. Because her base stats are going to go up. She's going to get like 3 or 4 buffs. She's going to get buffs off her passive. And the next time she attacks, bro, I'm telling you, it's ridiculous. But, yeah, with the leaks or whatever for Final Boss Meliodas, the question becomes, are we getting, you know, DERIERI as a banner? Are we getting her next or soon or whatever the case may be? Now, I've already talked about on Global that both of the banners that were here left, which is usually never the case. So we don't have a banner out right now besides the collab one. Usually we have 2 banners out. So with that being the case, would we get, you know, we should be getting something next week. Now, what if that something was Final Boss? What if that something was DERIERI? I mean, who knows? Well, obviously I have to wait and see. But anyways, just want to talk to you guys about that, go over what I think or whatever. So that's going to be about it for this video. Be sure to give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, comment down below, tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. And with that being said, I will see you guys next time. Peace.